guys, so today's video is going to be my stretch routine. I have done a stretch routine before, but things have changed so much. I went to a new gym called Woody's and they showed me loads of mobility stuff that was actually for weightlifting, but I found a massive difference in my riding from doing it, so I thought I would share it with you guys and take you through it. Also, I thought this was a great time to tell you guys that I am now sponsored by Halo Gym, which is where I am right now, which is really exciting, and I'm so grateful that they want to support me and help me out. And also, it's amazing because I can do all my fitness videos in here and I can get more out to you guys. Stretching and mobility is so important in any sport, and I always say to everyone, we can't expect our horses to be supple if we're not supple ourselves. So if you're struggling with time when it comes to exercising and fitness side of things, I would say to really focus on the mobility and suppleness first. And then if you can fit fitness in as well, that's great, and of course that's an added bonus, but I really do think it's important to focus on your suppleness. So this is what I'm going to take you guys through today. I'm going to show you my routine, I'm going to give you little tips about how to do it and where it's working, and I hope you enjoy it. Also, if you feel any pain when doing these exercises, it's really important that you stop. Stretching shouldn't be painful. It's best to either talk to a PT on maybe improving your form or doing a little bit of an easier one, or just message me and I can talk you through it a bit more. So with this exercise, you want to think about shrugging your shoulders towards your ears as the pole comes up over your head. Also, if you feel that you're struggling, then just widen your grip because this will make it easier, and then you'll find as your mobility increases, your grip will get closer and closer together, but you don't want to feel that you have a sticky patch, so it should feel like quite a smooth movement. This is a great movement for helping open up your chest and your shoulders. So I used to struggle a lot when I was riding with my shoulders rolling forwards, and I found that by doing these stretches, it's really helped me engage my upper back and open my chest up. So when you reach the peak of this stretch, you want to think about contracting your shoulder blades together, hold it for a few seconds and then release. So this is definitely my favourite shoulder mobility exercise, and it's also great for your lower back, and it also targets your hamstrings, so it's a great all-rounder. So as you reach down, you want to have a slight bend in your knees, and you want to think about keeping the arm that's holding the pole as straight as possible. Keep your arm by your ear beforehand, and then just twist around to what feels comfortable and then come back up. You will find one way easier than the other. As you can see, my left side's a little bit trickier, but I find the more I do this, the more it evens itself out, and then I feel more equal and more supple on both sides. Next up is tabletop bridges, and again this is really good for opening your chest up and pushing your shoulder position back. I found the most effective head position for this is to look forward. If I tilt my head back, I tend to find that my shoulders want to roll more forward. These are scap shrugs, and this is a gymnastic movement, and it's all about opening your shoulder blades and then contracting them and just getting those shoulders moving. You want to make sure that your hips don't drop to the floor and you don't get an arch in your lower back. It should all come from your shoulders. So this stretch has been a game changer for me. It was introduced to me to help improve my squat, but I saw a massive difference as well in my riding position. I find that my seat is a lot deeper and a lot more supple. Keep your lower back arched and your shoulders up, otherwise the stretch will be taken away from your hips, and try and push back into it. This is another good stretch for hip mobility, and it also really targets your glutes. Start by crossing your right ankle across your left knee. The more you sit into it and open up, the harder the stretch is. This stretch can take a little bit of time to get used to, but you'll find the more you do it, the more mobile you will become in it, and you'll be able to start to move your legs around a little bit more and sit deeper. Again, it's important to not let your upper body curl forwards and your back to round out, because this will take the stretch away from your hips and your glutes. Here is my quad stretch. Now, if you feel that you're struggling with balance with this one, you can always rest on something, or you can put your back leg against a box, which will help as well. To get the full use of this stretch, you want to really push your hips forwards, and then that will open your quads up even more. This movement really targets a lot of areas, so when you sit back, it's stretching out your hamstrings, and then when you're pushing forwards, again, it's stretching out your quads. I also found it really useful for improving my ankle flexibility, which for the weightlifting made a massive difference. I move with my breathing on this exercise, so when I breathe in I change position, and then when I breathe out I change position, and I find that really helps maximise the stretching. You can also get into a really nice rhythm with this and you don't feel like you're stuck in a static stretch. These are called Cossack squats and they're really good for your hip mobility and also stretching your inner thigh out again. It's important that the heel you're leaning into always stays on the floor, otherwise you're going to be putting pressure and weight into the wrong areas. Again, it's important in this one that your back doesn't round out and you keep your balance. So just sit into it as much as you feel you can, and then as you do more, you'll feel that you can get lower. So here is some trigger pointing for the psoas muscle, which runs from just above your hip bone to the middle of your back. You need to place a small ball to one side of your belly button and then you're going to lie on it and breathe into it. As you do this, you'll feel the muscle starts to release, and then as you feel that, you can start to lean up and push into it more. Then you want to repeat this on the other side. So here is how I release my lats. I do this with a foam roller and I just rock backwards and forwards and find a sticky point and then lean on it and wait for it to release. With foam rolling and trigger pointing, you don't want to feel that you're kneading the muscle out, you need to just wait for it to release on its own. And to finish up, here is a foam rolling exercise I do for my IT band, which goes from my knee all the way to the top of my hip. Again, this muscle can get quite tight in horse riders, so I find it an essential one to help me out. So that is the end of the video. I hope you found it useful. If you have any questions, just please put it in the comment box below and I will get back to you, and I will see you for the next one.